Indeed, it's a brand new week, and we're going to get down to the beatdown with all the fighters from Millions.co. I am, of course, your lovely and capable host, Logan Summit. This is, of course, the Logan Summit Show! Welcome to it, and we are brought to you by Newer. If you're a pro creator or an amateur creator, it doesn't matter because you're going to save that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do by going to Newer.com and using code Logan. You'll save 20% off all that pro gear at amateur pricing, and you'll be able to find the link in the description of this video. All right, we're starting it off on a Monday, and we have a kickboxer from Detroit, Michigan. It is Brayden Scchoettinger. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I am fantastic, but I try to wake up like that every single Monday morning. It's always good to be back in the rhythm. We've got tons of interviews this week, and I'm glad that we're starting it off with you today. Hey, how is Detroit treating you?
It's been good. Weather's getting nicer. Starting to feel nice training outside, not being too cold out. Come back from the gym, like 20 degrees out. It's been nice.
You gotta like that, and you are, of course, training for your debut, which will happen on May 24th at Kings 3, and it's a striking series. So obviously, it's all going to be kickboxing and boxing primarily. Yep. Now it's your debut. You're going to be going against Ian Telly. How do you feel about that? How's the trepidations and anxiety treating you?
The anxiety's not kicked in yet. I'm just excited to compete, but I know the day of I'm gonna be nervous. But I mean that comes with every fight. But just excited at this point.
All right. So, what have you and your team done to prepare you mentally and physically for your upcoming debut on May 24th?
Just putting in that work, going there 5, 6 days a week, going there, doing my cardio, doing class, going spar after, getting extra pad work and bag work after class. Mentally, just the preparation is my mental. I mean, if you prepare enough, you're gonna be mentally focused and mentally prepared to fight.
Yeah, I use this quote a lot. It comes from the Wizard of Westwood, aka UCLA coach there. Oh my God, his name just the Wizard of Westwood, and his name just left me. But he always said, "Perfect practice makes perfect." The more that you prepare, the better off you will be. And thus, that being said, do you truly feel prepared for this bout?
I do feel prepared, and we still got another, week and a half going hard, and then those couple days before the fight to just relax, let the body heal up, and then we're fighting.
How's the weight going? Are you managing that effectively?
Yeah, I walk around at 78, or no, 68, 69, and we're fighting at 65, so I'm not cutting it all for this fight.
No, you got this. I might even send a dozen Krispy Kremes your way, my friend, because you know what, you might be able to have some of that. But honestly, what do you have a cheat day? Well, we call it around on the summit, the Logan Summit Show. We call it Reward Day because you're not cheating yourself or anything. You're rewarding yourself for all the good stuff. What are some of the tasty items that you like to have on a reward day?
Probably just ordering out some food, just some Mexican or maybe some pizza. I just try to not eat too much. If I'm enjoying myself, I just don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, everything comes in small pieces. They say you can eat a little bit of everything and you'll be okay. Especially you're working out. You're a young guy. Your metabolism's still there. You're doing your thing, and like you said, you're going to the gym like 6 days a week, putting in that work. Yeah, I mean. It is a reward day. All right. And how do you feel? How's your team treating you? Do you like your team? All right. Well, obviously you like your team because you're with them. But I'm saying around the Detroit area, the Detroit area, if you will. Have you been in other gyms? And if so, how does this gym and team compare with the other ones?
Um, my gym is great. The guys there are great. I've been to two other gyms around us, Stars and Strikes MMA, and then Bloom MMA. Both those gyms are great. Guys there are great, welcoming, great sparring partners.
Awesome. And are there a lot of kickboxers around there for you to get involved with?
Um, Honestly, most of them are MMA fighters, but they're
Right.
still really good at. They're still got really good striking. So get some work in, stand up with them.
Well, that's and that was going to be my next question. A lot of professional wrestlers, well, not professional wrestlers, but amateur wrestlers and kickboxers will then move on to MMA at a certain point in their career. Have you been working on a ground game at all? Are you preparing to step into the MMA world, or are you comfortable in kickboxing?
Right now I'm comfortable at kickboxing, but I have been grappling, doing my wrestling, jujitsu, going to the class, don't going to those classes. But as of right now, my striking's a lot better than my ground game, so I'm just to stick with that for a little bit.
All right. So 0-0. How's your family feel about your debut? Are they behind you, or is your mom like, I don't want to see my baby get punched in the face?
Yeah, my family's excited to see me compete. I've played sports my whole life, so it's just another sport after high school that they're gonna see me compete in. But my mom does not want to see me get punched. She'd be real nervous the day of, just like me.
You know what's funny? My mom never went to any of my high school wrestling matches. She hated it because she said I got this weird look on my face and she didn't recognize me. The one that she came to, uh, this dude cross-faced me with a closed fist, and I don't remember what happened after it, but he got thrown from the middle of the mat to the outside of the mat and actually hit the bleachers. And all you could hear in the gym was my mother crying. And it was a very, very sad moment for the Summit family overall. But I can understand where your mom's coming from, okay? I can understand that. Now, what were some of the other sports that you've competed in?
Uh, I did football my whole life. That was the main sport I played. I did track, and then I wrestled in high school for 2 years, but then I broke my arm, so I couldn't continue to do that.
Yeah, no, I get that. How did team sports, football, how did that help prepare you for kickboxing in any way? Because team sports are different than individual sports. Like fighting, at the end of the day, you're in there by yourself, but it takes a village, it takes a whole team to get you there. How did football help you in what you're doing now in kickboxing?
I'd say probably just working with the team, like teamwork, getting that, being able to help guys out at the gym if they're not doing the combo right, be able to help them out because I've worked with the team my whole life. And then, I mean, the same thing for them. They're helping me out if I'm messing up or slacking off.
Yeah. Now, do you live around your team? Are you in and out, or do you just see them at the gym and that's where you go?
I live like 5 minutes away from the gym,
Okay.
but yeah, mostly they live right around the gym.
Yeah. Now, do you guys go on and do extracurricular activities? Like, is there a field trip day to a park or something, or is it just work, 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 work? Because I find a lot of up and coming fighters and their teams don't do enough of touching the grass on the outside of the gym. Get out of that musty smell and get into some good stuff. What's your team atmosphere like?
The team atmosphere is good. We always support each other. If we got fights coming up, everyone's showing up. We um, if like we don't have gym on Sundays, so some Sundays we'll go LA Fitness, hit the bag there, go work out, get a quick workout in, run the treadmill, and then we've gone out to eat a couple times. But I mean, just hanging out.
Yeah. Fighters don't like going out to dinner. That's all my friends are professional fighters. I'm like, yo, you want to go do Korean barbecue? And they're like, I would love to. Why the are you asking me that question? You know I can't go do that. I actually got one fighter in trouble with her team like 2 weeks before we went to Korean barbecue. And they're like, you're never going to make weight. And I'm like, she's going to be fine. She only needs to lose 4 pounds. She'll be fine. And they were just screaming at her, why would you do that? She's like, well, it was good. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just good. All right. Well, we are going to get to our most important part of the interview. It's called 5 questions. But before we do that, I'm going to give you an opportunity to thank anybody you want to, talk about sponsors, talk about the sponsors that you don't have that you want to get, call out fighters, thank your mom, talk about your favorite video game. I don't care what you do. This is going to be your time. But before we get there, once again, Brayden will be fighting Fights at Kings Striking Series number 3, and that will happen on May 24th. It will be available on pay-per-view right here on millions.co. So you'll be able to catch all the action, all that great kickboxing action right here on May 24th at millions.co. You already know, and knowing's half the battle. Let's go, G.I. Joe. All right. Here's your time. You get to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. Go ahead. Tell us a story.
I just like to thank my parents and my family for supporting me through this, helping me out. Even when I started, I didn't have a job, so they were to help pay for the gym. I love to thank my coach and my teammates, always there for me, always pushing me to be better. Seeing them work hard makes me want to work harder. Just can't thank them enough. I wouldn't be where I am without my coach and my family.
Yeah, we always say it takes a village around here to build a fighter, because like we said earlier, you get into the ring by yourself, but you're every step of the way to the point where you step through those ropes, your team is with you, guiding you, and hopefully guiding you to success. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully you won't have that adrenaline dump that a lot of fighters get at their first fight when they walk out. I've been watching. I'm 46. I've been watching boxing and MMA since I've been watching boxing since I was in second grade. I've been watching MMA since I was 17. It's called Kings of Pancrase. It was around before UFC actually. Um, and so I've watched a lot of fights, and I've seen this happen in real life where fighters have not been able to make the walk to the ring because of anxiety. So just know that every person goes through the trials and tribulations that you'll be feeling, all that angst, all those crazy feelings that you're going to have. Every single person before you has gone through the same thing. So you're in good company, man. You're in good company. All right, let's get to 5 questions, and it is brought to you by Newhouse. If you need some office decor, some home decor, you need somewhere for your butt to sit and be comfortable, look no further, kids. I got you covered. Go over to newhouse.com. Use code Logan Radio Rocks, and you're going to save that money. That's right. And you, again, will be able to find that link in the description of this video. All right, Brayden, let's get to it. Growing up, who was your favorite fighter?
Um, I love watching. I didn't start watching UFC until pretty recent, so I wasn't like watching the pioneers of MMA. But Justin Gaethje, I just love watching every single fun fight. Every fight of his is a war, it's a brawl. It's really entertaining to watch.
Yes, I can agree with you there. Did you watch boxing growing up at all? Did you and dad sit around the TV and watch boxing matches?
Mm-mm.
No. So
Yeah.
so your dad wasn't really big into the combat sports. So who was the catalyst for you to get into combat sports?
Um, Honestly, my friends are really big UFC fans, and then I started watching that at the same time. I found a punching bag in my basement, just started trying out the stuff I saw, liked it, and then found a gym near me.
That's great. Now, whose punching bag was it?
I think it was my grandpa's.
All right, because I was gonna say apparently it wasn't
Yeah.
your dad's, but your grandpa would like the kickboxing. All right, we got that going for you. Um, Little introspective question for you. What's been your biggest loss in or out of the ring?
Mm, I say my biggest loss in the gym is, and when I first started, I was going there every day, all day. I was trying to get as much, take advantage of going as much as I could. Then I got burnt out, and I was out of there for like a month or two, and
Yeah.
then just really discouraged me. Stopped me from progressing in those 2 months.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a happy medium between everything, right? You can't just go all in all the time. Your body, your mind, it all needs time to heal. So I totally get that. If you do anything too much for too long, you're gonna get sick of it. I don't care how much you love it. They always say if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah, we'll do that for 144 days straight, and then tell me how much you like it, right? Yeah, I see you
Yes.
nodding your head, right? Yeah. All right. What's been the best advice that you've gotten?
Um, just from when I first started, some of the guys were just saying consistency. Even if you're hurt, if you're all sore, just get something throughout the day. Don't just take a day off. Even the days off I do have, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about my technique, maybe shadow boxing a little bit, just doing something light.
Yeah, well, I hang out with a few Raiders players, and they're in training camp right now. And on Sundays, Amari Gainer has a coach that he trains with on Sundays. I've been to a couple of the practices. You can even see it on Millions .co if you want to see me get hit in real time by Amari. He did not pull punches on that. It hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm 46, man. That dude's like 25 or something. I think he's 23 or something like that. He hit me full on, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. Uh, I like that. All right. So we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. What is your favorite non-fighting pastime?
Mm, I like going fishing, just hanging out with my friends, going fishing outside.
Now, are you old enough to drink a beer while you go fishing?
Nah.
No, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
And you've never had a beer, correct? Because you're not of age.
Yeah, never had
Yeah.
one.
You know what? I can't wait for you to try your first one. Okay. So after the fight, we'll get you one of those Mick Ultra, whatever the new ones are. They only got 26 calories and no alcohol. You'll be fine. You could Stone Cold Steve Austin those bad boys all day long, just all crazy and whatnot. All right. I originally thought that you might have been from upstate New York, and my question was going to focus on that. But I'm going to change it on the fly because I'm an SMRT kind of guy. Here we go. Which do you prefer to watch? The Pistons or the Lions?
The Lions. I've
Yeah.
never really been a big basketball fan. Always
Got
been
no
football.
love for the orange leather, but you got love for the pigskin, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, have you been following the Lions for a long time?
Honestly, no. I don't really. The only sports I watch are combat sports now. I would always
Yeah, I
watch.
get it.
Football was always on in my house because of family members, but I would watch it and I enjoy watching it because I played, but never really followed it.
Yeah, it's kind of like if I even casually are watching a fight, you might learn something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you might as well watch some fights. You might learn something. I get that. I get that. But the Lions, man, they have had. And then their quarterback goes to LA and starts playing like a boss. Oh, that had to hurt. That had to hurt the Detroit faithful over there. I had a friend who every single season would put $100 on the Lions to win the Super Bowl. One year, if he hit, it was 60 grand. That's how much faith everybody has in the Lions. But they're playing better. They're playing better now. Now, were you around when the great Barry Sanders was available?
I think I might have. No, no, definitely
No,
not.
no, no, I don't think so. I was just trying to see if you're lying about your age. You're like, what does my fake ID say? All right, my friend. Well, Brayden Scholetinger will be fighting at Fight of Kings Striking Series 3, May 24th, right here on millions.co. You can catch all the kickboxing action right in your face, neck, chest, and breast area. It's going to go down. All right, it's time for you to make a prediction, my young friend. Make a prediction. What is going to happen in this fight?
I think I'm gonna come out strong. I'm just gonna, I know he's coming out strong too. It's gonna be probably a war for that first round, but my cardio is gonna prevail. I'm gonna start gassing him out, pressure, combos, keep him on the end of my range, make him miss, clench him, knee him. Gonna be a good long night for him, but I think I'm gonna outwork him.
I like it that you say it with a smile. Like, it's going to be a long night for you, my friend. Hey, I hate jogging and I hate running, especially since I'm older. Like, you know why? Because whenever I'm doing it, all I'm thinking about is how much I hate it. But when I go for walks or hikes, I clear my mind. I use visualization. I can think about things. I'm enjoying myself. Is there any particular cardio that you prefer over the other ones?
Um, just going for long runs. I know you just said you hated it, but I
Right.
actually enjoy running.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fighter, and I'm also 46. When I was your age, I used to love running
Yeah.
everywhere because you couldn't catch me. But now I only run if anybody's chasing me and if there's no one else to trip. Because, like, God forbid vampires are real, right? You're done, bro. You're done. If you're with me, oh, sacrificial lamb. Just put it on your t-shirt, bro. Just do that. I got no qualms about that. All right. Maybe I'm not a good friend, but hey, what are we gonna do about it? Uh, Dude, I can't wait for you to come out of there with your first W. So I wish you nothing but the best of success on May 24th. And of course, moving forward, love to see you again as you progress through this kickboxing field and as you progress as a person as well. So thank you for being here. Can't wait to see you fight. And thank you for being here as well. We've got 5 interviews tomorrow, so buckle up, kids. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And in the meantime, be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud. Last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you know when we'll be live with all the best fighters and fight promoters and celebrities and pop culture enthusiasts. We've got musicians. Look, we're doing it all right here on the Logan Summit Show. But I always leave you with this. Hey, Brayden, you know what? Everybody loves a good fight. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you soon, my friend.
Yeah, have a good night.